there was a list.
Oh.
You just make a list.
No, I didn't make the list. IGN put out the list, and I was looking at it real fast.
Was it a hit list?
No, it wasn't a hit, well, kind of a hit list. We were talking about certain movies and stuff before we got onto the podcast, started rocking for real. So, what is your top action movies?
Describe, what do you mean? Just
action movies.
Action?
Action.
Okay.
Action!
I'll let you take a stab at this first.
Okay, so action.
I want to hear this.
Alright, so action films. How many are we listing here? Just top 5?
You can list your 5. List your 5 top action movies.
Okay, so 5. So, number 1, RoboCop.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with RoboCop. Violent as can be, should not be watched by kids.
Which RoboCop?
The first one. The first one is my favorite one.
Okay.
The second one's okay.
First one was my favorite one.
But
I just like the warehouse shooting for me was.
RoboCop, okay.
It's a brutal flick, dude. Like,
come quietly or there will be trouble.
You know, okay, but first one's RoboCop. Second one's probably Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, okay.
You know, I still think that was one of Wesley Snipes' best roles.
Just because of hair, that's why
Because that's why it's iconic. Simon Phoenix.
Okay, keep it going.
Leave you alone right now.
Why do we do this?
I'm gonna leave you alone. Demolition Man, got you.
How much do you weigh?
Wesley was all aboard. That was all aboard.
They got it on Max. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Demolition Man. So keep that in mind. Go ahead. Keep rolling.
Demolition Man.
Yep.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. Which is, wouldn't that be more horror than action?
Well, it's got some good action.
Okay, we can rock with it.
But yeah, I would say Army of Darkness. Yeah, Army of Darkness. You know, it's this weird mixture of comedic horror.
You know what? I'll give you that because it has its values of horror and then action and
I
fighting scenes.
It could be put. It could be put.
I'll give you that one. Go ahead. You got 2 more.
Probably Total Recall, the original.
Total Recall.
You can't go wrong with that. The ending was kind of but the rest of the film is pretty good.
What happened to them?
Leave it alone.
I ain't even married.
Leave it alone.
And
Go
then
ahead.
last but not least is probably Blade. The first one.
The first Blade. Okay. Action movie.
I'm getting a little tired of chopping you up.
All right, go.
For me, first one for me would be Terminator 2.
That's a really good one.
T2. Okay.
My favorite.
Okay.
I used to always love playing cops and robbers with my cousin and all that, from my younger days. Second one for me will be Die Hard.
Die Hard.
One of the best Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Christmas movie, by the way.
Always will be.
Movie Boo Silla says. Okay.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie on Die Hard. The third one from
The Sandbox?
No.
The Sandlot.
It might sound it might sound a little corny for you, but The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis and Samuel Jackson.
Not bad.
That's an action movie.
Not bad. Not bad.
Number 4. I will have.
He's got such a roster.
No, because it's reminiscent. I do have a roster of action movies. God. Because now you have me thinking.
I know. This is a
thing. I said
action movies, like pure action movies.
I said Terminator 2. I said The Long Kiss Goodnight. Die Hard. That's 3. No.
Aliens.
Aliens is a weird mixture of action horror.
Part 2. I'll give you that.
I'm just giving you options. I'm not just giving you options.
We'll just spitball in here.
Yeah, that's not on my list. Number 4 for me. I got it. True Lies.
True Lies. Okay.
Yeah, Arnold. So that's
one
of my
Okay.
favorite.
Okay.
That's my favorite action movie.
Okay.
And the 5th one.
What is it?
I'm gonna get you suckers.
I'm gonna get you sucker.
It's an action / comedy.
Yeah, it's more comedy than action, but I can go with it. I could go with it. All right. So I got his thing.
No. You say your piece.
Say your 5.
Go get out of this.
Yeah.
Bad Boys, Independence Day, Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm. You got 2 more.
Keep racking that head. Come on now, what you got?
The original Rush Hour.
Okay.
Shit, I got 6.
Nah, nope.
It just popped in my head.
Nope.
That's not how it works.
Damn it.
And
Don't you take mine.
Wallace and Gromit?
Wow.
Wallace and Gromit. First of all,
That's a good ass movie.
First of all, that's wrong. What else?
Please don't take my action movie.
Don't say
It's
it.
my
Don't
favorite.
give me ideas.
I know, but I hope you don't say it.
Dang, I gotta think. Let me think.
Because he knows what my favorite one is.
No, I ain't gonna do that to you.
It just popped in your head.
Yeah, I think I know what you're gonna say. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm gonna say it
No.
for me, but
Hold on. Oh,
Go ahead.
Wait. I gotta think.
It's the last one.
And
would you like to kick a call?
No. I'm trying to think. I got 8 of them in there. I would go with. I said Terminator 2. Probably Die Hard would be the 5th.
Okay.
Oh, you can't go
He
wrong.
didn't say that.
All right, what is it?
Face Off. I forgot to say it.
Face Off was a goodie. I was thinking about that.
Ready for the big run.
All right, so I got
Nicolas Cage. You can't go wrong with Nicolas Cage.
I got the list.
You're really good.
IGN put out the list of their top 25.
25?
Top 25 action movies.
Oh shit!
Now,
shit.
What?
I just forgot to say Commando.
Oh, yeah.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
okay.
That's
So here's the
Let's
thing.
see that list.
So, how many of your movies think hit that list?
At least one.
3.
You said 3. You said at least 1. Yes, everybody gonna at least get 1. All right. So going in reverse, 25 through 19. Right?
All right, hit us off.
Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Okay. I don't rock with modern movies.
I'm iffy on that.
Okay, I know.
It was a good movie, but I feel like. Go ahead.
All right.
RRR will be 24.
I'll give it that.
23 is John Wick Chapter 4.
Okay. Yeah, John Wick films, yeah.
Still didn't see number 4.
22, Fast 5.
No.
It's not an action movie.
It is an action movie.
I mean, it's an action movie.
It became an action movie.
Okay.
It was
That's Hobbs and Shaw, right?
no, just Fast 5, not Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
21, it was Casino Royale, James Bond, Casino
That's
Royale.
a good movie.
20 was IP Man.
Ip Man?
Ip Man?
Ip Man, IP Man.
Yeah. Damn.
Intellectual Property Man?
Yep.
Which one though?
The first one, the OG.
First one, yeah.
19
I'll give him that.
19 was Independence Day.
Really?
The original or the new one?
The original, the OG Independence Day. You know, Will Smith. You know. 18, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
17, The Raid, Redemption. Never seen this. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
16, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
That is not an action.
That's not an action movie.
That's why I said. But go ahead.
That's an adventure.
Yeah.
15 was True Lies.
Okay, that's me.
14 was Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
You know, I've never actually sat down and watched the entirety of
It's
the Star Wars
a
film.
it's a goodie. It's a goodie. It was in my Rolodex of ones I could have. It was in my Rolodex of ones I probably could have been there.
In the shift scene, there was a lot of fight scenes. I'll give him that one.
Anyway.
13 was Hard Boiled.
Oh, by John Woo.
Yes, the John Woo Hard Boiled. That was pretty good.
Charlie on Fat? Yeah.
Hard Boiled was
Hospital scene with the shooting?
Hard Boiled was pretty alright.
Oh, that's
pretty alright.
That was a good-ass movie.
It was pretty alright.
The hospital scene, when they just start killing them, and just start shooting out, and then when they went upstairs, it was like playing a video game, Hard Boiled. I swear to God.
Well, that's where you get Max Payne.
Yeah, more or less.
You know what? Yeah,
more or less.
But I'm just saying, when they cleared out the hospital, going up the levels, and then the shooting scene with him with the one-eye patch guy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite movie. I forgot all about that.
I'm thinking.
No. The best part about that movie when he was sliding down the stairs and shooting.
Yeah. That's where they got the Max Payne stuff from.
I gotta say,
that's a good.
I'm thinking of a movie that might be on there, and I'm
really
hoping it's not. I'm really hoping it's not. Just keep going. I'll let you know if it's there.
Hardboiled, yeah.
Hardboiled was Gucci.
I'll rock that.
12 was Speed.
The first one?
Yeah, the one with Sandra Bullock, and then
when they
running.
That last week.
Yeah, when they're running. It was for the time. I could kind of get. I would put it lower.
The beginning made a lot of sense because it's
I would put it lower, but it was good.
I'll give it a number. I'll put it at 16.
Yeah, I'll put it lower, but it's good. I'll give him that. Number 11 is The Rock.
With Sean Rock?
Yeah, with Sean Connery, where he goes to The Rock. Yeah, when he escaped prison. That was, for the time, pretty bad.
What else?
10 was Mission Impossible Fallout. Haven't watched it yet, so I'm not sure.
I don't know why they put I would put number 2 above all of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've seen all of them. I haven't seen Fallout. Everybody says it's good, but I haven't seen it yet.
Tom Cruise no more, man.
Yeah, you
because of his beliefs.
No, not that. It's just I just don't care for the guy as an actor. I mean, it's nothing against him personally. It's not even because of his beliefs. It's just him as an actor. I don't care.
You can kind of, because here's the thing. I could kind of see Tom Cruise. I could see it. You either love him or hate him.
Yeah, I think that's how he's relevant right now.
Yeah, because
he even said that he loves him.
Yeah, because he's not one of those ones.
I have to respect him.
He's not one of those he's been in a lot of all-purpose movies, but a lot of people are either going to love him or when you start seeing him in a whole bunch of stuff, you're just like, nah, I'm comfortable with Tom Cruise. Number 9, RoboCop.
Knew it.
I got one. You got one. Okay.
Number 8, Predator.
Okay.
Part 1 or part 2?
The OG Predator.
Yeah, the original one. I would say the second one. I would say
it's the one with Danny Glover.
Dang, that's what they have on it. They have the OG Predator.
The OG one was more framed as a horror film.
To me, yeah. But part 2 with Danny Glover was more action.
Well, let's pause a second on Predator. Like the first Predator film was essentially a horror film because you have all these really these macho men of the era getting hunted down and just slaughtered. That's the horror element. They don't see that.
The original one was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dude, that one black guy, he was funny too. Duke something.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. I can't think of old boy's name.
I think he passed away too, but he was good. He was a damn good actor.
But
I would put part 2 Predator over that.
Because
they had more shooting action scenes.
And he throws
and it was in downtown LA when they did all that.
Yeah. That was fast.
Anyway, continue.
What number was that one?
That was 8. That was 8.
Okay.
Number 7, Kill Bill, Volume 1.
Oh, I remember Kill Bill. It's okay. The thing about Kill Bill is it was Quentin Tarantino, right?
It's a Q. It was a Q film, Quentin Tarantino film with Uma Thurman and I forgot. That was the second one had Vivica Fox. And the first one was
it had Lucy Liu.
First one was a Lucy Liu, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, man. Quentin Tarantino, he's
Michael Mann.
I don't know if it's, but see, I don't know if it's better than. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
It's an action movie, but okay.
I don't know if it's better.
I don't know why.
The only time
I'll put it downgrade. I wouldn't put it in 8 or 7.
Yeah, that's why I said it's kind of high, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, keep going.
Number 6 is The Matrix.
Oh yeah.
I know people forget about it. It is an action movie.
It is, but
no. That has
because it's towards the end the action really ramps up. It's kind of a slow start.
Yeah, it's one of those they try to really tell the story, but once it starts cooking, it does kind of do its thing. I'm not mad at The Matrix here.
Right.
Number 5, Mad Max Fury Road.
That's a good one.
Number 4 would be Aliens.
Did you pick that?
Alien was good. Alien was cool. Alien was Gucci.
What else?
Part 1 or part 2?
The original Aliens. Number 3 would be Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Really?
I never saw it.
Oh, the Indiana Jones. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah,
that's the Raiders of the Lost Ark is the one.
Nazis, right?
Yeah,
and that's the one where they have the boulder rolling down. It's the one where
I'll give them that.
And we'll have to talk about more about Indiana Jones after this.
We'll jump into that in a minute.
Go ahead.
Number 2 will be Die Hard.
That's me.
Yeah.
Number
2 will be Die Hard, and number 1, T2.
What?
T2, Terminator 2.
Oh,
I got 3. I told you, I got 3.
So T2 Judgment Day will be number 1. Now,
you know,
I say that to say this. Now,
Well, really quick, I gotta get this off my chest. Does anyone else remember that really weird Terminator show that came out with the girl Terminator?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one who remembers that.
You know what's so funny? None of Jackie Chan movies is on there.
That was the first thing I was going.
I just thought about
what movie do you think should be on there? I could probably name off a few. Like
any Jackie Chan ones, I'll say.
I was like Super Cop could have been there.
Rumble in the Bronx,
maybe. But I was thinking, like I said, that's why I mentioned Rush Hour. I thought Rush Hour, the original Rush Hour, should have been on there for sure.
Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but probably Lightning Swords of Death.
That was a good. That's a goodie too.
I forgot about that.
That's a goodie too.
The whole series.
Yeah, that's a goodie too. I mean, they put Ip Man on there, but I was like,
no, I would say Lightning Swords of Death should replace.
You know what they didn't put on there? Mortal Kombat.
I don't think it's strong enough to be on that list, but don't get it wrong, it's a good choice.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
That one. So what happened to? I know they put one. Like they put one.
Bruce Lee's in there. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so they put like one Star Wars in there, which is cool, but they didn't put like any Jurassic Parks in there. And I was like, Jurassic Park was
it was more thriller than action.
But it was so. I mean, especially like the first one, it was so revolutionary for its time because they didn't have a lot of action sequences in the movie.
Hold on to your butts.
No, at least beyond that. Beyond holding on to your butts.
But my favorite scene in the first one in Jurassic Park where he told what's his name, I can see it here from here. We can make it if we run. No, we can't. Why not? Because we're being hunted. Straight ahead in the bush.
So
clever girl and eats him.
So what about like?
Is the first one where he's hiding in the toilet pot?
Yes.
I love
Yes.
it.
But I was saying they had a lot of good stuff in that.
You know how terrifying that would be?
Yes, that's what I said. That's the action. But see, that was the whole thing about the action sequence. It wasn't like it was just bang bang shoot 'em up all the time. It was like they had.
For me, it was just the music for Jurassic Park.
Oh, John Williams was
Well,
great.
here's the question: what's more terrifying, being hunted by aliens from the movie Alien or dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. I'm gonna keep it tall with you because it was more. It was really kind of suspenseful.
Aliens.
It's just that tongue part, and then you just sitting in there. You walk in the room, and you just see the mother alien just sitting there, giving birth to all her little babies, and then.
So where does?
Are you the father?
Dang, first of all, you funny. You funny. So where does movies like Scarface or some of those movies fall?
If you noticed, a lot of the 80s movies weren't really in there.
Yeah.
Just a select few.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know.
Like, I would say
Scarface wasn't really an action movie. It was just basically, money, sex, and cocaine.
Man, they was shooting them things.
And it was action.
They was.
Say hello to my little friend.
They was letting
But you gotta think about it, Karen. That movie was based.
Okay. We'll get on the past. What about
having some bitch?
What about
none of the Pirates of the Caribbean?
What about Pirates of the Caribbean? That was another one.
Like any of them.
Any of them. None of them hit, and they all were cracking. What about Face Off? What about What about Con Air?
Oh shit, that is an action movie.
I know. Can we talking? None of the bad boys was on there. What else?
Training Day.
Training Day.
I'm gonna say this to you one. You fire that gunshot off, there's gonna be a lot of pissed off comments gonna hear it. Comprende, essay.
There was a lot of movies that I thought was like really omitted. Now you're gonna put Winter Soldier on there. But it wasn't even the best movie out of the whole franchise.
I would have put Small Soldier.
No. Facts. I would have put Small Soldier before Winter Soldier. That's a fact. And Small Soldiers is not even a bad call right now. Not a bad call. I know.
Well, real quick on that topic, Small Soldiers. I don't even know what it is. Is it a video game or a movie?
I don't know, but I gotta talk to some people. I know.
You like the video game?
The video game pretty hard. It's pretty hard.
It's trippy because it's the daughter of Chip Hazard, named Ray Hazard.
Right.
And I didn't know what I was looking at. I just saw Small Soldiers. I was caught off guard.
I know.
And I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was something old, but no, it was very recent. And it was made with, the whole thing about it's made with Unreal 5.
Yes, so I don't know if it's a game.
You know what was not on there, and I'm shocked too, since we talking Beverly Hills Cop.
That's another one that could hit there.
Part
Beverly Hills 2 or 3.
Part 2.
2 or 3.
What would I tell you if there was a 6-foot blonde chick working here and witness a report? There was a 6-foot blonde chick working at the Harry Janners robbery. God damn, that's a big bitch.
Stupid.
You can't forget.
But here's the thing. Think about this. None of the Transformers movies were on there.
Oh, that's right.
None of the Spider-Man movies were on there. What else was not on there? Transformers was, don't get it wrong. Transformers before all
What was
like
the definition of action?
yeah before.
the G.I. Joe one on there.
The G.I. Jones films were kind of on the lower side of.
Yeah, because they wasn't there. I mean, because like I said, Transformers and Spider-Man and some of those were cracking before Marvel kind of like overtook everything.
You feel me, Roadblock?
Yeah, none of the Jet Li movies were on there. None of the Hood movies.
Black Man.
None of the Hood movies like Romeo Must Die. None of the Hood.
That was my favorite one. The fight scene.
None of the Hood movies were on there, of course. But you know, you gotta give a nod to like.
My name is Maurice. Here's the deal, meatball.
You know,
You let me go.
you win some and them some you lose.
Even if my man, you ain't think you was gonna get them panties.
Anthony Anderson.
Trish.
Cool.
You didn't think she was gonna give it up to you.
Rest in peace to Leah, of course. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking that G.I. Joe stuff. Just thinking of G.I. Joe. That's all.
I know G.I. Joe's another one, but they didn't put none. Like I said, there's so many movies that they omitted from that list. It's like, how did you come up with that list? And then certain movies that they put in there, they clearly could have took off.
If they would have put American Ninja on there, I would have been okay with that.
Or heck, even Beverly Hills Ninja.
First of all, you funny. That's a comedy. That's a comedy though.
But I would take that too.
I mean, there's movies like, you know, where do you put like movies like The Transporter, some of those type movies.
Or Crank.
Crank was a goodie too.
Damn, I didn't think.
I'm just rattling up. These are all.
But if I wanted to take it,
This roster.
if I wanted to take it like old school, like back in the days, like okay, the next we gotta talk about westerns. And
Well, that's the other thing. Where do you put
There's like a single Clint Eastwood film on there.
Yeah, where do you put like more? Like that's an action movie. Like
I would put Clint Eastwood.
like where do you put all? Where do you put Unforgiven? You know, I'm your Huckleberry. Like some of those, because those are all action movies
My
too.
favorite one was Outlaw Jersey Wells.
I mean, where do you put like some of those war movies, like Black Hawk Down, and some of those movies? Fury. A lot of those are all action movies.
Battle of the Bulge.
That's another one. But this is what I'm saying. This list was like, it was cool because like that's another one.
I think the problem is because
Rambo, Commando, any of those.
I think the problem is because this is actually what we're talking about. I think how this survey was made was they just went around the office and say, give me an action movie to 25 people, and they just wrote down what they would do.
I mean, because don't get me wrong. I mean, I agree with Terminator 2 probably being at the top. I mean, I could probably make a case that it's probably a top of the action. I'll give it that.
Top 3.
Yeah, at least. But everything else off of that is probably up for debate.
Yeah, absolutely. Even our picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say the picks are not bad. It's just when you talk about action movies.
Well, listeners, if you know, I digress. I'm pretty sure you guys all have mixed feelings about what we talked about certain action movies should have been in the top list. I'm pretty sure you guys will be like, you know, agree or not agree on that, what we just said. But, you know, it's just that when it's a difference between, like, when we talked about action, comedy, and scary.
Well, yeah, no, there is.
But what you said makes a lot of sense because it's like, I'll put Terminator 2 at top 3. But it's like, what do you... Like, okay, let me ask you guys, would you put either Terminator 2 or would you put a Rambo? Which one? What would be yours?
It would still be Terminator 2, but it wouldn't be by much. Because don't get it wrong, Rambo, fantastic.
The problem with Rambo is that it does deal with some pretty heavy themes of PTSD and being outcast from society and just kind of being rejected by the nation you swore to protect.
But you know what's so funny? You know what they didn't have on the list, and I was shocked too? Expendables.
But that's another movie. Again, those are movies that you could kind of make a case for. I think it's like kind of like Rambo light, but I think it was too. I think the Expendables was like too comical. But think about the movies that y'all did pick. I mean, y'all picked who said Blade? Blade was a good call. That's a really good call.
But see,
because if you think Blade or Underworld, some of those type movies. Those are legit. No. You said no. Better yet, you said Demolition Man. You could easily make a case for Demolition Man being in like the top 10.
Do you see this house? You just house man that please. Okay. Let's dive in this. So let's take it back. So from a standpoint, from 70s action movies towards 80s action movies. If you had to pick one good action movie and one good actor from that era, what's
the movie we're taking out of the 70s? Rambo was in the 80s or 70s?
I think that was the 80s.
That was the 80s.
So it would have to be 70s would be like in the Scarface, Clint Eastwood, that era, right?
The 70s was probably.
I would for me it would be Chuck Norris era.
That's right.
For
That's
me, why?
right.
Because Delta Force.
Delta, yes, that's
what's
right.
What's that one where he's got to fight that dude that's unkillable?
No. I know.
He throws him at the end.
Damn.
No.
That's Mission Impossible. No, Mission in Action.
Missing in action.
Missing in action.
Missing in action.
It's messed up.
It's three of them.
Yeah, missing in action.
That poor cop, that part that got like squeezed, got his back snapped.
Yeah.
Dang. Cause then if you got to put that, you almost got to put in like what's that Bruce Lee with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee in it.
Game of Death. Not Game of Return of the Dragon.
Return of the Dragon.
That's my favorite.
You almost got to put that in there then. If you're gonna say 7, God.
The thing about these movies are these are kind of movies like after you're done seeing them.
Because for me, when I was growing up, and then I started I had a lot of collection of movies because I was always into Chuck Norris or
and I think part of the conversation is
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I think part of the conversation is the action movies is not confined to gunplay. Let's start there.
No, but like, you ever seen an action movie that just straight up like after it was over made you want to go spar?
Yes. Enter the Dragon was that.
Yeah.
It's the art of fighting without fighting.
War. Like any war movies, action movies, I used to love acting it out. Me and my cousin would God.
Like those credits are rolling and you can't unclench your fist.
Exactly. It's like I need to get to the gym.
You just want to go to war. Like for me,
I used to go to the gym.
Anything like from Chuck Norris action movies.
I forgot about Chuck, boy.
And watching
a lot of people have.
Yeah, I was like Chuck was man. Back in the 70s and 80s, Chuck was that. He was the one. Him and what's old boy with the ponytail? What's old boy with the ponytail?
Here you go.
Steven Seagal, yeah. Because Steven Seagal in his heyday in that. Well, no, he just got old. He got old and out of way.
Well,
but he
the whole thing is like, if Steven Seagal stood in shape, he'd be a monster.
He still did some good movies even in the 90s and 2000s. Don't get it messed up, but he just got old and slow. But he did.
I remember one that's Into the Sun when he out in Japan.
That was pretty cool.
Sword fighting scenes.
That was pretty dope.
And Belly of the Beast.
That's pretty dope. But that's when you say those movies, when you say 70s movies, you got to say that. 80s movies, you clearly.
Kickboxer for John Claude Van Damme.
That's a
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport was better.
Just watched that the other day.
Bloodsport was better.
That hurts me just looking at it. Yo, Frankie, hurt to Frankie. This is ground control. Do you copy?
But see, I don't know. People would consider that to be more martial arts, but these are all action. That's what I'm saying. But these are all action movies.
Bloodsport. I would put that. I would watch that.
Bloodsport.
I know that movie by heart because I grew up with that, watching that with my grandpa. Like any kung fu movies from the going toward the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I know by heart because I grew up watching it with my grandfather.
Or Blood and Bone.
Blood and Bone. That's that.
Michael J. White.
Oh yeah, that's a goodie. That's a goodie.
Because it's too.
The new one that just came. Well, it's not that new. Came out a few years ago. Yeah, that was a goodie. I like that one. I watched that. Yeah, I like that. That was actually pretty good. And Michael J. White gets a lot of. Speaking of Michael J. White, what about Spawn?
Oh yeah,
that was more thriller.
But it had some
action
stuff in it. Had some action stuff in it.
Wanda.
I mean,
my favorite part when she said you don't have the balls and he had 2 machine guns and he just turned from green to red.
Yeah, I'm just like, dog. But when you think of that, when you said 70s, yeah, you got to put in the Chuck Norris movies, the Rambos and stuff like that. The 80s movies is that.
But I feel like he don't get enough credit for all his
Chuck
Norris.
Because
Chuck made a lot of contributions.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, we kind of transitioned off of Chuck because he was just
a lot of people don't know that he has and for me,
he's a real deal.
Yeah, he's a real deal. But a lot of people don't know he has black belts and
that man.
Well, they know he has a karate black belt, but a lot of people don't know that. For me, and it's a blessing because I'm a jiu-jitsu guy and he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He has a black belt. One of the Machado brothers.
Yeah. He's straight.
One of you has to remember this: Chuck Norris action pants.
Yes.
Specifically designed so you can kick people in the face style.
Yes, I remember that. I know it's kind of gimmicky, but yes, I remember that.
I could see Ken could pull it off, don't I?
Man, I can pull off the hammer pants too, but we ain't talking about that either. The typewriter.
Yeah, it was just.
I know.
Right now.
I know.
I'm trying to picture it, but now you just threw it in my head. Shit.
But that's what I say, because there's a lot of people, like, we talk about 70s, you talk about Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, all them. You talk about, Sylvester Stallone in his heyday. John Claude was more in the 80s. John Claude was in the 80s. But 80s was more dominated by, 80s was really kind of like the Star Wars, Indiana Jones.
Or 80s was
Star Trek.
The era sci-fi really started to take off.
Yes, that was that era. That was really,
like darkish sci-fi, like not optimistic like Star Trek, but more gritty.
Right.
You said Bloodsport. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but that was
you
the
said
80s.
Kickboxer too. Tom Poe.
I met him in real life. I met him.
Nice.
Remember Undisputed?
Undisputed is another like the boxing.
You know what's so funny about some of those old school movies, like kung fu movies, like in action, like about her, and then the songs too by it.
Yeah, but see, but there's so
like
many.
The ending of Kickbox, I can see Never Surrender.
But there's so many good things that happen.
I know somebody gonna laugh.
But
but it's just so because. It's part of. It's not for me. It was just part of my childhood growing up.
It was just like when they came up with this list. I looked at this list and I almost laughed. I was like, "You really omitting so many things."
I want to see them put kung fu movies on their top 10.
I mean,
I don't think they do that well.
I would be so mad.
Because you gotta
realize who's working for IGN.
I understand. I understand the people working at IGN.
Because kung fu movies, they gotta have the Shaw Brothers in it. They gotta have the Dragon Dynasties in it, and Bruce Lee and them, all that. Everything.
If you're gonna do kung fu movies, if you don't start with any of the Wu-Tang, all that stuff, then we ain't having a conversation. We are not having that conversation.
Report to the pit.
For me, if we're gonna talk about actual like Chinese like
that's what I'm saying. If
the ones who know English,
the ones you gotta read subtitles on, and and they were like, "Hi," that stuff,
with those great sound effects.
Yeah. If they don't have that, I'm talking about the old school Jackie Chan when he was over there doing
the Drunken Master.
The real Drunken Master.
Jackie Chan was in it.
The real one.
My favorite one, top 10 Chinese kung was Dragon Claw.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But none of those hit this list, and this is what I'm saying. This list is so narrow.
That was my best one.
This list is so narrow. It's like they didn't even pick the best movies out of that franchise, and that's what made me mad about the list. It's like, look, you're gonna pick Winter Soldier. You didn't pick the best movie out of there. Obviously it would have been like Endgame or something if you're gonna pick a Marvel movie. But even then, I could tell you other franchises that are better than any Marvel movie right now. And they put Kill Bill on there, and I get it. Kill Bill's dope. But it's not top. It's not top 10. It's not top 10.
You know what's so funny though? They were supposed to make a volume 3.
They're still thinking about that.
Because
honestly, I think what could have replaced. What could have replaced Kill Bill was maybe like Dusk Till Dawn.
That's another one. There's a couple of movies like that shouldn't have been on there.
It's like on par with Kill Bill.
Kill Bill was good.
For me, I couldn't put that with that.
What about?
No disrespect for Quentin Tarantino, but you got to separate from Kill Bill and Dust Till Dawn, because if we're gonna go to Dust Till Dawn, I'll put Dust Till Dawn over Kill Bill. That's just me.
Cause there's movies like Desperado.
Damn. Antonio Banderas. Shit, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put the Master Zorro.
That's what I'm saying.
What about the Django?
Django's another one. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
see this goddamn mask.
I believe him alone. That's why I say I believe him alone. Go ahead. Let him go. Go ahead and go.
Get it. Goddamn mask. Well, all I had to do was rip a hole in the mask. I could have done better than this. Well, I can't see this fucking thing. I can't breathe this fucking thing. Oh, you had to bring that up.
It was funny. That's supposed to be like a knock on Zorro, because you know how Zorro used to do that stuff.
I'm not saying the mask was a bad idea.
We can't see. So, well, it'd be nice to see. God damn it, this is the way. If I can't see, you can't see. So what? Only thing that matters is the fucking horse to see. That's the way.
That's too funny. That is too funny.
It's sad that I know that shit about it.
So, and like I said, because here's the thing. They had Casino Royale on there, which is dope. But isn't there other James Bond movies that you think is better?
Yeah, I'd probably say.
I would say.
Like,
for me,
Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough.
That was my favorite one.
GoldenEye was dope. You know.
Okay, so that's
I'm just telling you.
Let's put that. So, what's your best 007 movie?
My best 007 movie, probably.
Mine's would be Heavy. World's Not Enough. I love that one.
Okay, well, first off, let's narrow it down. Who's your best? To you, who's the best 007? Let's make this a little more narrow.
You know what's weird? Because the best 007 is not connected to my best movie. That makes sense. The best 007 is Sean Connery. Let's start there. But he doesn't have my favorite movie. So
what is it, Tomorrow Never
Dies?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
That's tough for me to pick.
Because
it's real tough. Because Daniel Craig does a good job. And fucking what's his name?
Idris Elba. Who? He ain't in Bond yet, but he needs to be one.
Really? You like the fifth person. Even my mom wants to see him. It was between either him, Tom Hardy, or it was one more person.
Because the reason why he doesn't want to do it is because it's too much onus on him being a black James Bond, and they would just get on him for being I just want him to do it because he's a good actor, and I think that he's
you got his name again?
Idris Elba, because he's originally because he's from England. That's what people keep thinking that he's from out here. He's from England.
I had a conversation with my mom about that because she wants to see him as.
Because everybody thinks, well, he's black and he should be on there. It goes beyond him being black. It's really because he's. As far as like your English actors is concerned, he's in that top echelon.
I can see Tom Hardy playing 007.
That's why I said you get Idris because I think he's ready.
So did they try to make 007?
No disrespect for you, Tom Hardy.
They tried, right?
They wanted Idris. They want the next Bond to be black. They wanted to be like a different race because think about it: Sean Connery, Roger Craig.
No, that's not the problem. I think didn't they try to make it a black woman? I remember hearing about that.
Well, yeah, they got what's the old
what she did
girl with the bald head. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I'm sorry, I only were ready for the bald head. Sorry. No, it had nothing to do with that. Because originally when they were trying to do it remember what was the one after Tomorrow Never Dies? What was the one after The World Is Not Enough? Whatever one that was after, the one that had because Halle Berry was supposed to be the one who was supposed to take over. No, it wasn't The World Is Not Enough. It was after that one. It was the one where she came out of the pool or out of the ocean.
How was that one?
No. It wasn't The World Is Not Enough. World Is Not Enough was with
shit, I can't recall.
But it was that one because that's when Halle Berry was in her prime. She was on all these action movies, and they were trying to get her to be the next Bond girl. But the problem was she ain't English, so they wasn't gonna rock with her. So they needed somebody who was of English, of English born to make it happen.
How do you say his name?
Who? Idris?
Idris. I can't say his name.
Yeah, Idris Elba, because I know it's an African name, but he's born and raised in England.
Well, that's the thing about names. You can get them from anywhere.
Right. But he should be the next Bond because I think he's.
I can see it.
I think he's ready.
He can fit the suit.
No, I'm just saying he's ready. But the problem is like he's black, and that's going to be the whole thing. Well, they got a black Bond. They got a black Bond finally, and that's been the whole story. And that's the problem is that shouldn't be the story. The story should be he's a good. Of course it would.
Better than black. I'm be racist, but.
It's like if you took. It's like to us, for England has Bond.
I'm just thinking something.
England has Bond, and we have Mission Impossible. If you took Tom Cruise out and put...
Don't you say it.
Oh! Real quick, before we go any further, other action movies we got. Escape from L.A.
That's another one.
Escape from New York.
Volcano.
Kurt Russell! How can we forget about Kurt Russell?
If I'm going to say that, I'm going to put Soldiers with Kurt Russell.
I miss one of
I'm sorry,
but Escape from LA and Escape from New York.
I'm just saying this, but think about this. We didn't rattle off like 50 movies. Clearly 50 movies.
Anyway, yeah, I just remember that I had to say it.
No, you're good.
Anyway,
but if you took Tom Cruise out of Mission Impossible and put a black actor in Mission Impossible, that's the same. You could.
Do you think they would do something like
Hell no.
No.
What would you put in?
Well, if they were to make Bond black.
If you took Tom Cruise out.
If you made Bond black, it's gonna be Idris Elba. If you made Mission Impossible black, it would have to be old boy who's playing Captain America now. What's his face?
Oh,
Chris Evans.
Not Chris Evans. No.
Damn, I forgot his name. I can see that.
You put old boy in there. I forgot.
I can see him.
The one who played Papa Doc on 8 Mile.
Yeah,
what was I gonna say?
Him. I can't think of old boy's name. Sorry.
You know the sad thing is.
Sorry, but he's good.
If they were to make Bond black, the sad thing is, nobody would really. They would think it's just he's black. That's the gimmick. Failing to see that he's just the new Bond.
Right.
Sadly, all things people see is skin color.
That's the problem.
And they value it way above the actual actor. Like you said, it's not because he's black, but it's because he's a British actor.
He's good. And he's good. It's not like
he's British.
Yeah, you seen him in Tenet and some of these other movies. The boys, Idris is fine.
Because he can play action, he can play drama.
But the sad thing is because you have all these movies now that are just like forced diversity, where they just hire anyone of color because
I love
right.
I love it.
It's ruined hiring actual capable actors of color.
Right.
Because now you look at it as, it's another movie where the whole gimmick is they're people of color.
Exactly. And that's the problem that you have. And because to me, Idris Elba is like the next coming of Samuel L. Jackson. And what I mean by that is that Samuel L. Jackson could be plugged into any movie.
You think he could do Shaft?
And yes, he can do Shaft.
No.
Idris?
No.
You out of your, trust me. If they didn't put Samuel L. Jackson in there, you must not have seen some of the stuff that you must not have watched. Have you watched Luther?
Yeah, I watched. That's what I said. I love Luther.
Yeah, have you watched Luther?
Yeah, that's a good show.
And so you mean to tell me that boy can play Shaft? You out of your daggone mind. Trust me, he would have been the next best choice outside of him. This is why I said Idris Elba and Samuel L. Jackson are the same type of pedigree because you could plug them into just about anything. Now Sam is a little bit more funnier.
No.
But Idris is a little bit more refined. Trust me.
No.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you're witnessing the first ever PVC disagreement.
Yes.
The reason why I say that because he got to be more niggerish, and so not to be funny.
Have you seen Tyler Perry's got these little girls?
Yeah, I seen that. Have
you seen? Oh, see.
But for him to play,
I mean, don't get it wrong.
He gotta be. Wait, I can't believe you said that.
Trust me.
No.
Here we go.
I can't. For me,
here we go.
I can't see him playing. No offense to him, he's a good actor.
I could have clearly seen him playing Shaft. Now there's a whole bunch of other actors I couldn't see doing it, but those are the only two I saw.
I can't see him playing Shaft.
Oh, I could see him playing Shaft. Ooh yeah, I could see him playing Shaft.
He don't have the swag for that.
Okay.
Or the niggerish, not to be racist.
No, he got that.
It's just Richard Roundtree and Sam Jackson.
I mean, and keep in mind, Richard Roundtree is not that. No. I mean, keep in mind, Richard Roundtree is not. Everybody think, he's just like super. No, he wasn't.
I know that.
He was more like Idris Elba. He was more clean cut, refined. Hung out with Jim Brown. Rest in peace, Jim Brown. That was him.
But it's just a me wise because I can't see it playing.
I can't. But see, the only reason why you can't because you already saw Samuel L. do his thing, and you can't
duplicate that. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with it. I just don't feel like he could play Shaq.
Man, you mean to tell me that Idris? You mean to tell me?
Right now, if he would have played Shaq, I'm pretty sure he'll do good. Me, I can't see him.
You mean to tell me Idris Elba couldn't come up to the old girl at the bar and said, "You know me.
Now,
it's my duty to please that."
No.
I can see that all day long, trust me. And then put it, come on. I mean, Sam put it off. So when Sam said it, it was so funny. I can see Idris do that same thing.
I love Idris, and his movies is good, but I can't see him. Brother, go ahead.
We good anyway.
No, we cutting down on time here.
I know we gotta spin. Keep going.
We should shift to a little more serious things that have happened in this past couple weeks.